Hey y'all. Somebody please tell me that they can hear me. So we can go ahead and get that out of the way now. Hey Brandon. Can you hear me well, Brandon? Hey everybody. Make sure you can hear me well. Oops. Hello, Alexander. Can you guys hear me well? Because I'm not sure. I know last time we was having issues. Can somebody? Okay. Because I was like, nobody's not going to tell me if they can hear me or not. I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me before I start. Because I know last time we had a lot of stuff going on. Okay, great. Okay, great. Hey guys, it's me again on live. Tonight I will be talking about love and relationships, the ins and outs, some of the things that a lot of us in relationships are facing today. I have Teresa Wilson and also Makanya Solomon. We will be speaking about that together. I'm waiting for more people to come on. No echo this time. That is perfect. We gotta see when the guests come on though. When the guests come on, we gotta make sure that it's no echoing. Hey Raina Bay. I'm getting ready to start in a minute, guys. I'm waiting for Teresa. She's supposed to be joining me. So I'm gonna give her a few more minutes. Hey Khadija. Yeah, we talking about love tonight, y'all. I got on my red. How I look? I hope y'all ready to talk with me about love since y'all always in y'all feelings on Facebook. I want to hear about it today. Shut up, Audrey. Thank you, Khadija. Somebody tell me the time because I'm going to give her like 5 minutes before I just move on. Oh, hush. Oh, hush. Okay. It's 7:04. Okay, I'll give her 2 minutes and I'm going to go ahead and start. She's supposed to be joining in. I kind of lost her. I don't know what's going on, but hell, the show must go on. Oh, hush, 3. Because I need to get you up here. Hello. I definitely need a lot of you guys' input on this topic tonight. I'm going to be making sure I keep my eyes down in the comments. And as you guys chime in, I will be reading them. Now, I know I probably won't be able to get all of them, but I definitely will try my best too, because I do want to hear you guys' opinion about this. Yeah, her and Fat Juanita make an appearance. Ah! We're talking about love and relationships, Danny. Do you want to join? I need my first guest to be on until 7:30. Then I have Makanya coming. It looks like my first girl, she must got an emergency or something, but she's not here yet. Hey, Tashiana. Today, y'all, I have peanut butter whiskey. This is no wine today. I have peanut butter whiskey. I'm going to take me a stiff one for this topic. Okay, let me go ahead and get started. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so today, what I will be talking about today is love and relationships. I'm going to discuss the 5 love languages. I definitely want to hear about that. A lot of people, like to be loved in different ways. And a lot of people some people love reassurance. And, some people can be toxic. So we're going to discuss the love languages as well as the 10 relationship problems that are happening in modern day that, sometimes end up being the downfall of couples. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I was reading an article by Ankush Buhaguna. He is an islander. I don't know if I didn't say his name wrong. But one of his opening of his article is what led me to want to discuss it. And then plus with all this stuff going on, these issues, why not talk about it? All right. Ankush Buhaguna, he said, why are relationships so hard today? Why do we fail at love every time, despite trying so hard? Why have humans suddenly become so inept at making relationships last that we've forgotten how to love? Or worse, forgotten what love is? So can somebody tell me what love is? I need me a guess. Somebody join me. I need a guess. Till 7:30. But while we're waiting, love to me is it's an action. I know that's cliche to say, but it's definitely an action. I feel like love is shown. I don't feel like there's one specific definition of love. I do feel like it varies. I do feel like we all have our different ideals of what love could be. I really feel like love is an action. So, as far as with me, I feel like love, for sure, is honesty. Honesty, whether it hurts or not. I think the love plays a part in, making sure that your delivery is, kind and easy and not with no intentions of harming or hurting, but being the truth. Okay, I feel like love is an expression. I feel like love should not be forced. I feel like love is organic. And that's what I want to talk about. I need a guest, though, guys. Let me go ahead and get Makanya in. Because I need to have other feedback. I don't want to just blah, 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 just with my ideas. I want to have a guest, too. My first guest, I don't know what happened, but yeah. And as we speak on the love languages, I really want to know, what are you guys' love languages? Do you guys know the 5 different love languages? The first one is words of affirmation. And that's meaning that's my one. I love communication. I love somebody to tell me how they feel, to express, to be open, to be very intellectual with their feelings. That's one of my love languages. I have 2 that I like to go by. The second one is physical touch, which is my second one. Physical touch, touching the small of someone's back, hugging them, embracing them, cuddling with them, spooning them. Some people into that, and I like to feel love physically. I really like to feel heartbeats beating together. I really like to feel their breath on me. I really love to intertwine with my partner. So physical touch is a big one for me as well. The third one is receiving gifts. I think that is a popular one. Love is blind. Oh, wow, Nikita. You should have got up here with me. Love is blind. She got me thinking about that. But receiving gifts, that's a popular one. Receiving gifts, just small acts of kindness, bringing small gifts in a bracelet or flowers or I love you just because card. That's another one. And another one is acts of service. Doing things without your partner having to ask you, going to pick up the kids early from school so that you won't have to do it, or going ahead and making dinner, or taking out the trash without you having to ask, or going ahead and paying a bill early. Acts of service. A lot of people, that is a popular one as well. So I do want to hit on those today. What are some of you guys' love languages? Somebody tell me. I'm looking at the comments. Oh, Marisha, acts of service. Acts of service. So you guys feel like acts of service is a really good one? I mean, why? I mean, I really feel like all of them are great love languages. But my biggest two would be words of affirmation. I am a communicator. And that's what we need to talk about today. Communication in relationships. That's what we need to talk about today. Somebody give me the time again. I do not want to go in so far without a guess. Reassuring. Yes. Yes. Hey, sister. It shows me that you're thinking about me. Okay. It really does. Who wouldn't want their significant other coming in the house and, especially those thoughtful gifts. The thoughtful gifts are the most, like, I love a thoughtful gift. I mean, it don't have to be extravagant. It could be something like my friend, my best friend yesterday. She know that I talked to her about all things in my life. I'm very deep. I love to express myself. I love to be heard. Like I said, I'm a communicator. That's why words of affirmation is my biggest love language, because I'm going to let you know how I feel. Whether it hurt or not, I'm very open, very honest about those things. And she brought me a book, and it's actually a book I showed you guys on Facebook earlier today. It says, burn after reading this, which in the book, it shows all type of different scenarios and different situations. It's a very personal book, and it leaves an open-ended space so that you can fill in the blanks for yourself. It's kind of like a release. And she brought me that. That was an act of service from one of my best friends. That was beautiful. I love that because she know that I'm a very expressive person. Thoughtful gifts, yes. Hey, cousin. A lot of people are saying acts of service and words of affirmation. Yes, that's my favorite one. Acts of service, of course. Who wouldn't like a nice gift or things of that nature? Also, I do want to talk about the 10 real relationship problems. Okay, I say real relationship problems because a lot of people are in pretend relationships nowadays. A lot of people are not even in relationships. A lot of people are being used by each other these days. A lot of people need help. A lot of people are weak. And I don't feel like that's a relationship. I feel like that is a liability, if I do say so. And for everyone who's joining in just now, that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about love. I need y'all to start talking because all y'all are in love up here. You guys are in relationships. What do you guys want to ask me? We have some time until my guest comes on at 7:30. Sarisa says, I'm a communicator. Without good communication, nothing will run smoothly or the way it's supposed to be. It will also cause pointless arguments. Yes, we're going to talk about that too. So when you say you are a communicator, would you tell your significant other something that's bothering you, whether good or bad, even if it hurts, even if you know that it will make them upset? Do you feel like you can handle those type of situations, Sarisa? Shut up, cuz. Yes, guys. I don't want to go into everything until I get her here. But we can talk. Like, I'm open. You guys got anything you want to ask me? Hey, Naya. Yes, Sarisa, very much so. I think I need to get you up here. Join me, Sarisa. Don't be scared. We definitely know that you're in a relationship. No, now sit down. Sometimes with relationships, I feel like you have to pick and choose your battles. Everything doesn't deserve a reaction. Okay, Shaniqua, I understand where you're coming from with that, but what if it does get a reaction? I think that we can't control how people react to certain situations. You know, you could do something that you feel like is not a big deal or it shouldn't be blown up out of proportion, but your significant other, that could be something that really is, that throws them over the moon or makes them sensitive. I feel like you guys should always address any single thing that causes you to feel some type of way, good or bad. Yes, yes, Danae. We all have. Trust me, I have been through so many heartbreaks, and then see me. I'm a hopeless romantic. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm always seeing the good in someone. Like I'm always falling in love with potential, and then sometimes I make up these scenarios in my head, which I am guilty for. I make up these scenarios in my head of, oh, well, maybe he's doing that because, or maybe it's this way because, or maybe it'll get better. Like I'm one of those people. Marisha says, I flipped out on my boyfriend the other day because he didn't communicate the right way and I expressed it right and then and there. Problem was solved. Addressing issues right then and there, good or bad, will solve things. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. Okay, let's see what Jaquan Hall said. She said marriages. People shouldn't rush into marriage. Oh, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too. Hold tight. But I'm gonna read your comment. Marrying someone who isn't 100% ready to be committed to one person. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are wanting to be married for the wedding and yes, for the glitz and glamour of it. Yes, I have fallen for potential quite a lot. Yes, me too. And y'all, that is my problem. I always fall in love with potential. But let me tell you one thing I do not like. It's cheating. And we're going to talk about that when Mikanya gets here at 7:30. So I want you guys to hold tight with me and bear with me. I'm so sorry that my first guest, she flaked on me. But we're going to get to the nitty gritty at 7:30. But let's go ahead and continue. Effective communication is the key and knowing each other love language. Exactly. Be honest with me, guys. Do you actually have that conversation with your mates and your significant others? Do you ask them what is their love language, or do you try to seek and find, what is their love language? Do you actually take the time to do that? Like, let's be real here. Let's see. Say, cause these women don't be loved. And yes, I'm glad that my cousin said that. He said that gifted hands here. You guys see him. Y'all know who he is, Vic. He said that these women don't love. And I hear that a lot from men. They say that the women are really not out here for love. What are they out here for? Sine says her and her husband found a book about it. Oh my God, I read that book. And if you're here, anyone who has not read the 5 love languages, you should. Especially if you're in a marriage. So that is a great book. And another one is The Joys of Sex. Am I freezing, guys? Audrey said I keep freezing. Yes, I asked mine what it was. Learning the other person's love language is beneficial. Yes. And Shaniqua says, I did with my husband once my professor told me about the different love languages and it helped me understand him a lot better. I'm telling you guys, please discuss the 5 love languages because we need love in different ways out here, y'all. Okay. Thank you, Tashiana, because Audrey said I was freezing. I'm getting ready to take my shot in a few because we're about to get ready to talk about sex. What is that? Yes, The Joys of Sex, Britt Brett. We're going to talk about that. I read that book too, guys. I'm a reader, so I really like to read a lot of different things. And at the end of my live, I have a huge confession to make about this whole topic. So I can't wait to get to that. So if you guys stay with me until out the end, it's for 1 hour. We're ending at 8. But I do, after all is said and done, I do have a confession. Yes, I want to hear more from you guys, though. I do want to hear about um, sex on the first night. What was the question? What was the question, Pooh Bear? Tell me again. Let me see. Jaquan. I just see when you said something about the. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are getting to be married for the wedding and etc. I didn't see where you asked the question. You need to ask me again, Pooh Bear. Oh, right here. Do you think people can be in relationships and not argue? Do they feel like something is wrong if they argue? Okay, do you feel like something is wrong if they argue like it's rare that me and my husband argue about anything? Okay, listen, I have two sides of that of my answer. One, I feel like arguing is healthy. Okay, I do feel like arguing is healthy, but I don't. It just depends. Now, violent, verbal abuse, I don't think is healthy. But I do think having a debate that could be heated, a back and forth about their feelings, because to be in a love courtship is passion. So I do believe that arguing. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's healthy for relationships. However, I feel like, if you guys don't argue, maybe you just got it all together. I know you're not perfect, but I guess you both understand each other's love languages and really get each other. So that could be, I feel like that's kind of like one couple in a million. And I also feel like if you don't argue, you really don't care. So I that's how I feel about that. But if you guys can just have a relationship where you guys just understand each other and connect like that, I feel like that's on and popping. You guys understand each other. You guys already know who each other is and what are your likes and dislikes. You said like when I'm being stubborn or something small, but yeah, like we really act like best friends. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I feel like friendship is very important. Friendship is very important in the beginning of a relationship. I really don't feel like it can work without being friends. I really don't. I feel like you should be friends first. And learning to not argue, Britt Brett, learning to not argue, that's fine, especially if it's not a healthy argument. And when I say healthy, meaning that it's not to the point where it's all wild out of control and verbally abusive. But if you could just express your feelings in a deep, passionate way, there may be yelling or screaming or anything, maybe tears. But as long as it's not verbal abuse where it's making you feel, completely terrible as a human being, as a person, in or out love, then I don't think it's healthy. Women are peer pressured into marriage. What you think? Um, that's a great question. I do feel like the way we are in society, like as far as with women, I feel like well, we all grow up learning that marriage is kind of like the American dream, and a woman should seek to be married, and anything else than that is a whore after a certain age. So I do feel like it's a lot of social pressures on women in marriage, but I feel like there's a lot of social pressures on people in general, on anything, on any situation. So yeah, I feel like they could be pressured. Doesn't mean that they have to conform to that, because marriage is a very serious thing. No, I have never been married before, but I do feel in my heart and believe that it's a very, very serious union. And I believe in marriage, and I definitely aspire to be married one day. Hey, Gina. We can talk all day about anything, but we will not overtalk each other because nothing gets accomplished. Exactly. 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 But also talk to your significant other about things outside of you two's relationship and love. Let's talk about them loving themselves too. Because let me tell you, people out here are hurting, and they have issues and demons that they're fighting, that they have to overcome within themselves and within their own heart, within their own soul. And if you just so happen to already be with this person, take time out to pull yourself away from the love at this point. Pull yourself out of being in love, but just try to care for that person. Always check on your mate and ask them simply, are they okay? Because a lot of us don't do that. We so stuck on being in a relationship and why I'm not happy and why you're not happy. But we're talking about personally, outside of me. Make sure that you're talking to your mate and making sure that they're okay, because a lot of people are battling with things that they really don't like to express, or they're scared to, or don't know how. And I feel like you're in love with them, and if you see or notice these things, and if you don't, please pay close attention. um Make sure you ask your mate about, just their mental health and their mental space in general. Lexi, Lexi, do you want to join me? Do you want to join me? Because your situation really, 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 really blew my mind. And it really kind of sparked this whole thing that I got going on today. Because it was a lot of give and take on how you should act or how you should react about the whole situation. And I want to talk about it. I do. I want to give you my take on it. I really do not like a cheater. Okay? That's like one of my ultimate deal breakers. Really don't do it. Okay, I'm telling you how I feel. Well, just listen to me, baby. Then you can type how you feel up there. You don't have to get on live. And make sure you guys let me know when 7:30 hit, because I gotta get McConya up here. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right quick, Lizzie. Gotta take my shot. I know that me and you are not really, we're not everyday friends in real life, but I do see you and I follow you on Facebook. Um I admire you. I feel like you are very ambitious. You are really goal driven. I really love your craft. I think you do like exceptionally well with braids. I think you are one of the most busiest young women, young black women here in Kingston. And you are progressing and you always staying focused. I love that. Okay. But what I can say about the situation that you just had, first of all, I'm so sorry that it had to happen to you. That something like that happened. Oh, you're gonna join me. You're gonna join me. Okay, okay, let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Lexi is joining now, guys. Come on. Is your Wi-Fi up and running, Lexi? But while I'm waiting for her to join me, yes, Mikanya, I hope you're ready, because we want to hear about that love life of yours too. Okay, let me see. Approve. Hold on. Let me take you off. Okay, Lexi, try to add me again. Lexi's coming in. I want to talk to Lexi for just a second and just give her my take, and, send her some love, because she's definitely just recently went through a terrible situation. I do want to let her know like exactly how I feel about that. I really, really do. Um, Hopefully she'll come back. But let's see, if you're watching, it's fine. You can stay up here. You could just say what you got to say up here. I can just let you know. Okay. First of all, like I said, I want to say sorry. I do apologize that you had to go through that. Cheating is one of my biggest pet peeves. I cannot do it. It's like an ultimate deal breaker for me. Like, I seriously would stop talking to someone. Like, it'd be so done with cheating. I am really, I just can't do that. However, 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 I do know that these things do happen. And let's see, what happened with you is, I feel like this is just me looking on the outside. I feel like you and him, and don't beat me up when I say this, guys, but you guys are young and you got married. I don't know you guys too personally, but from just me being outside looking in, you correct me if I'm wrong. I just feel like you guys were young. It seemed like you are a little more mature than he is, far much more mature than he is. As far as having your goals and ambitions, and you're so career oriented and you're so career driven, and I felt like you really, really wanted to, have your ducks in a row. You didn't want to. You're too busy of a woman to be out here, getting your heart broken, dating around with different men. You found a great guy who I felt like you fell in love with, and you wanted to be married. I'm not sure if he wanted to be married too. But if the two of you were both in agreement on being married, I feel like it was sort of a bit rushed. That's just because of you guys being so young. I feel like, yes, I do think that you guys were truly in love, or and still are truly in love. However, me looking on the outside, looking in, I feel like the only thing wrong about him is that he cheated. You know, that he actually cheated and that he had no respect for you, himself, or his family because he was in social media with the girl. He was taking pictures with her. He, was really, and it wasn't like, let me tell you, it's the type of cheating that he did. It's the type of cheating that he did. This man not only, okay, my girl is a little busy, she's career driven, so sometimes she might not be giving me enough attention as she may should do. But however, this man was deep with this woman. This man was you want to add in? Okay, Lexi, come in. Hold on. Guest request LA. Yeah, I'm adding you. Are you okay? Hey,
Sorry, I'm
Lexi.
in my car. Hey,
Okay, so do
can you
you do,
hear
do
me?
you want do you want to let you speak?
Can you
First of all, you go ahead and tell us how you feel.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. It was muffling at first.
Okay, so um, honestly, I'm heartbroken. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, cause this Wi-Fi is sorry right now. Can Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect now.
Okay, so yes, I'm very heartbroken about it. But I'm done on this point. I'm like in different states.
Ooh, let's see what you need to get somewhere with some Wi-Fi,
One
girl.
minute,
We need to
the other
hold
minute,
on, hold on. Let's see, hold on. Get somewhere and be still, cause we can't really hear. Well, I can hear, but they can't really
okay,
hear.
hold on.
All right.
Okay. Okay,
Ooh.
can you hear me now? My Wi-Fi is crazy.
Yes, I can hear you just well. Can
Can
you
you hear
guys
it?
hear her now? Okay, go ahead. If they don't, I can repeat what you say, but go ahead. Oh, they said it's better. It's better.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in different stages of grief right now. One minute I'm crying. Yeah, I'm in different stages of grief. One minute I'm crying. Yeah, one minute I'm crying. The next minute, um, uh,
Ooh, girl, it is messing up. I want to hear what you got to say. Where you at? Get beside the
yeah.
Wi-Fi box.
Uh,
You don't gotta let us see your face, girl. I
okay,
know
because
how.
my eyes are puffy right now.
I understand, baby. I understand. I thank you for even getting up here. I really do. I commend that.
Uh, I'm over here beside the Wi-Fi. I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, I hear you good now, honey. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So right now, different stages of grief, sad, angry, or whatever. But I wasn't thinking when I posted it on Facebook, and I regret it. I regret doing
Mm-hmm.
it, and yeah, I regret doing it because a lot of people were, making posts and stuff, and it was pissing me the fuck off because it's like I'm not the only one out here to do this.
Right. You're not. You're definitely not. And like okay, when I first initially read your post, my first thing I was like, okay, first of all, you have every right. You can post whatever you want to post on Facebook. We share our ups and downs. We share when we're going through stuff. We share our emotions, our ups, our sadness. You share your business ventures, everything, your success, your accomplishments. You do that. People are, but putting it out there in the public does give them, they're gonna have every right to speak on how they feel about it. And a lot of them are really speaking from the same type of hurt, and a lot of people are speaking from that same type of fear as well. So as far as you putting it up there, I don't feel like I felt like the only it's only wrong if you couldn't handle that. If you couldn't handle that, people were gonna have something to say about it. I feel
Right.
like then yes, you probably shouldn't have put it up there if you couldn't handle that. But as far as you doing it, it's no embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? You married somebody who was supposed to be loving and devoted to you, and they broken their vows, and you was hurt about it. You was enraged. You could have did something a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I do not feel like you were wrong for putting it up. However, people are going to have their say so about it. But like I said, I can only speak from my own personal opinion. I feel like it seemed like to me that this man was had a lacking of attention. Now, can you tell me, like, do you feel like you may have been so career driven and goal oriented that you may have forgot a little about being loving and devoted to your man or showing him attention?
Um, I do want to take blame for it just a tad bit because I can get caught up in my work. I can
Mm-hmm.
get caught up in my work. I can, nights when I'm on my phone and stuff, but I try not to blame myself because I know I do everything right as a wife. I don't want to go in too depths of anything, but it's
Yeah.
just to, just it's a lot, and I'm really, and I need therapy because my kids, he he left for his ex, so it's a slap in the face. And, only my people in my circle or people that know me personally know what I was at. So I was definitely in a dark space. So just to go through it again is very heartbreaking. And I can understand, if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do as a woman, but you know what I'm saying. But I feel like it's just a slap in the face, And I know I put it out there for people and to judge and stuff, but I'm not the only one going through it. I know I'm
Right.
not.
So, okay. So especially, yeah, and then I feel like, especially when you're going through something like that and then you post it publicly, people are going to have their opinions. I feel like it probably was a bit too much at that point because, you are, grieving yourself. You love this man. This is the person you're in love with. This is your husband.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to be in sadness and, confused, a little insecure in everything. Like I said, I don't feel like the post was wrong. Um, yes, it probably did welcome the public in their opinion to your personal
Right.
relationship. Yes, it did. I feel like he had no right to cheat. However, I can only look at it from, like I said, being an outsider. I can look at the why. I mean, he shouldn't have cheated. You're not supposed to cheat. You're in a committed relationship. You need to have these conversations. Whether you made him feel a type of way or not, he should have expressed that to you and told you, okay, this is how I'm feeling. If you can't give me the love, if you can't help me change this, if we can't be better, then I want to leave. Now he have every right to
Mhm.
step out of it, but cheating on you while you guys are still married, I feel like that was so wrong. But like I said, I'm a two-sided person. I can only look at like, damn, maybe this guy was like, I'm young and I needed love, and she got her business going on, and she's been going through a dark space right now. She's been in a rough time, so I want to find, because the way he was talking to the girl is as if like he wanted to feel needed by somebody.
Yeah, that's what really pissed me off. I feel like I could have got over the picture, but
Yeah.
I feel like that shit right there. I thought I was going, I thought I was going to be blamed.
Yes, because that's what got me. That's what made me the most emotional with it. Because I'm like, okay, he took a picture, he kissed her, he did, men, people cheat, men, women, they cheat. It happened. But the things that he said to her, and you was in a dark space, and she was in a dark space, and the way he uplifted her, that was mind blowing for me. And I was like, wow, like he was deep, like he noticed things, you
But
know.
check this out though. Check this out. After I made the post, the girl boyfriend inboxed me. The girl that was in the picture, she inboxed me. He inboxed me and said that he didn't know none of this was going on. He was like, I'm pissed off. It was her boyfriend or whatever. he found out she cheated under my post. So
Oh wow, she was in a relationship too.
yeah, she was messing with him. Yes, and she was like, well, she knew he was married because they all worked together at the same job. So she knew he was married in March, and she's known at the job for sleeping with Mary.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So she knew that this man was married and everything.
Yes.
Okay. And she was being unfaithful in her own relationship as well. I feel like the whole situation is so, so disgusting. Especially being that she was being unfaithful to someone herself. And as far as her knowing that he's married and her being there for a job, that is her business. But one thing about your husband is he knows that you cheated on him.
Right.
He knows he's married and his loyalty should be straight. And let me tell you something. Cheating to me is a deal breaker for me. However, I will make exceptions, and it just depends on the situation. But the deepness that he was giving to her, I couldn't handle. But let me tell you something before you leave, because I know you got to go. But let me tell you something before
Oh
you
no,
leave.
you're fine.
Um, let's see. Allow yourself time to think things through. I feel like don't act off instant emotional reaction. I feel like, let me tell you something. You love that man, and if you want to make it work with him, then you make it work with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody else has to say, because that's a marriage that you two got to be in. Now
Right.
you talk to him, you let him know that he's gonna have to build your trust back too, because what he did was so foul. You know what I'm saying? But getting this side of the story too. Maybe he can tell you. Maybe he can tell you why he felt that way. Maybe it's something that you could have done to
Well, I
prevent
mean,
it
he
as
did,
well.
he did, and I'm gonna say this part without going in depth. It had something to do. I think with depression and anxiety and necessity. So that plays a major part in it, right?
Okay. Ooh, Lexi, girl, you messed me up. I wish we could get this going. I cannot hear you, girl.
Hold on.
Okay, y'all. I had Lexi Sykes up here. We were just discussing, as you all may know, the incident that happened with her husband, and the Facebook and the post. And, I just really wanted to keep it real with her. But Makanya, are you ready? What time is it, guys? Because you guys were helping me with the time. This is good. I done drunk all my peanut butter whiskey. Yes, Audrey. Thank you. It's fine, Lexi. It's fine. Like I said, I want you to leave with this. Lexi, allow your time, allow yourself time, space, whatever it may need, a vacation, a break, going to talk to Jesus about it, prayer, your pastor, your mom, therapy, whatever you got to do. You go and do that. And if you decide to take that man back, that's your husband, and you can. Forget what everybody else got to say. And if you can't handle the public shame and their opinions, don't bring it to them, because it's not their business. It's not their business. But you make it everybody's business when you posted it. So people are going to have something to say about it. But let me tell you something. Do what makes you feel good. Do what you feel is needed for you and your family. People cheat all the time. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it, but hey, you know what? Communication is my thing. Go talk to that man. And if he can sit there and explain to you and show you just that, how deep as he was to that girl, if he could bring that to you and can just give you just that little piece of hope for your marriage to be saved, you do what you got to do. Now, let me get Makanya up here. Hey, that's right, Lexi. I'm telling you. Go talk to that man, too, now. Go talk to that man. We waiting for Makanya to come on now, y'all. Because, see, Lexi done got me all fired up now. Hold on. Teresa, no. You cannot get in here because you were supposed to be at 7 o'clock, and I am mad with you. So you need to get in the comments, boo. Come on, Makanya. Let me see. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Girl, I need another peanut butter shot after that because for real, I really felt passionate about that situation that was going on with Lexi. Because at the end of the day, people do cheat, people make mistakes, they do. And sometimes you guys, sometimes that could be a wake-up call for us. That could be a wake up call for us. If I was Lexi in that situation, I'd be sitting there thinking, like, his motherfucking ass is wrong for cheating. You know what I'm saying? He did that to me. But now I'm sitting here wondering, like, what could I have done? You know what I'm saying? What could I have done to keep my man or to make him feel comfortable enough to come up to me and tell me how he really feel? Was I that much in the dark place? And no, I'm not blaming Lexi. No, I'm not blaming her. No, I'm not shaming her. But I'm just speaking from how I feel. Yeah, Makaya, try again. Yeah, the messages cut me deep too. The messages cut me deep as well, Lacey. I'm not lying. They really did. Um, I mean, it's just the way he was talking to her. I mean, to be honest, the shit she said was just like when I was in middle school and wishing I could get out the house because I'm on the phone with my boyfriend and we in the 8th grade and I just wished I could come do this to him because I seen it on a movie on Lifetime. That wasn't nothing. But what that man gave back to her, what that man said back to her was something that was very uplifting. You got a wife over here that sometimes you tell us on Facebook that sometimes you've been dealing with mental issues. You've been feeling depressed, having anxiety. Being a business owner, that's already enough stress in itself. And you got the audacity to get up here to this woman and uplift her, talking about a dark cloud when you couldn't see the dark cloud that was in your house. Come on now. Come on now. I'm trying to get my Kanye at it. Are you on Wi-Fi? And let me tell you something. It ain't nothing wrong with therapy, Lexi. Do what you have to do, baby. Go see it. Do whatever you need to do to heal your soul and your spirit and your health. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You got to be a mother to those kids. You're a business owner. Don't let none of that affect you. But go and heal yourself, baby, before you even talk to him, before you even want to sit down with him. Go get Lexi together. Go get Lexi together. Yeah, like Tashiana said, some men think they want to go get her until they get one. I, I'm telling you now, do what you got to do. Go heal yourself, baby. Let me get in here. Because I want my girl to come on now. Let me see. I'm a businesswoman that make a lot of bread, so I think that too, cause this shit don't have shit. I'll just be honest. Well, baby, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? She was with your husband, baby. But you go and heal yourself, like Kendria just said. You go and heal yourself, baby. Heal yourself, and be fabulous doing it too. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, what's wrong? Let me see if I can get you. Let me see. Let me see if I can get my Kanye. Yes, y'all. I'm going to heal and I'm gonna be all right because I have better days coming. No matter what I decide to do, I have a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with having a therapist. It helps. It works. That's right. Go get therapy. And baby, if you ever need me, I ain't expensive. I'm free right here. Whatever you want to talk about, baby, I'll be ready to listen. That goes for any one of y'all. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like it is, but let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what's real too. I'm trying to get my girls. Let me see, can Teresa get it added in? So Teresa got added. Hi, Teresa. No, let me tell you, I am in with you.
With me. What
Because
I
I invited you in.
I tried to get in. You didn't see me messaging?
Yeah, you was my 7 o'clock person.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I was
Okay, well, we have Teresa here, guys. This is Teresa, a dear friend of mine. She's up north. Where you at? In Maryland, right?
Yeah.
She's in Maryland. Isn't she lovely? We want to hear about your experiences with relationships. As you can see, I'm already on one now because
I
we just had
know. It was deep too. I've been
we
there.
just, yeah, we had a lot going on with that. And like I said, I'm gonna speak to Lexi. They said we're echoing.
Who is we? I better not be echoing.
I think I'm echoing.
I don't hear you echoing. It might be on their end, unless you got another appliance up that has the same like Facebook and stuff, because then it'll echo. If you have two things open.
Or if I have two things open.
Yeah. So if you have like two different phones or an iPad and the phone, it's gonna. Oh.
Okay. Well, look, we're gonna have to just do it how we got to do it. But okay. So first of all, we talked about love language.
Ooh.
The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service.
I feel like society has a tendency to try and make the expression of someone's love language one thing. And if you ask me, I need them all. I'm not gonna lie.
Girl,
Tease me, hug me, all that. I need them all. Send me gifts when they're unexpected. Send me words of affirmation when I'm down and out and I need some encouragement. I need it all. I don't care what time of day it is, how it is. I need reassurance in all aspects, in all love languages.
Girl, let me tell you, this is about to get real good. They said we need some earphones. You got some?
I do somewhere.
Yes, so go ahead and try to get that right. So that if we can go ahead and talk, this is about to be good because honey, you is bringing me all that honesty, and I love it.
You know me. I ain't holding back for not a nada. I need it all, and I'm going to tell you up front. And don't start lacking.
Okay.
If I have to show out and remind you, there's going to be some problems and repercussions around here.
Yeah. Please find them headphones so that people can hear what we got to say. What time is it?
Don't get me wrong. I feel like if I close out, it might make it worse. I don't know.
Yeah. They'll let me know up here.
That might be my phone.
But anybody who's just now viewing, we have Teresa up here. She's going to be discussing a little bit about her take on love life and her experiences with love and heartbreak and what she expects. So if you guys could just bear with us.
Please. I'm getting them untangled now. Can't find my wireless one. Had to go back to the old school cord headphones.
Oh, well, we got to do what we got to do, baby. I ain't got none. I think mine's Bluetooth, but they're dead.
So I've joined in on, I guess it was a cheating situation within a marriage.
When she was talking about the marriage?
Yes.
Yes. You can hear from them.
Nope. I'm untangling them. I got you.
Oh, okay. So I'll go ahead and talk. You said, okay. What's your take on what we just talked about then? Go ahead and explain how you feel.
So I can't speak on that specific situation because I wasn't aware of what happened. I didn't see the messages and all that good stuff, right? But you can hear me?
Yes, perfect. Oh my God, this is better.
Okay, but when it comes to cheating, I'm gonna say forgiveness after cheating.
Okay.
I feel like there's no time span, right? Some people will say, if you forgive and forget, like that's what it is. No, we're human. Our memory is very big. So we tend to recall and hinder ourselves from growing or moving on or honestly wanting to forgive somebody because we're constantly replaying
this L that we took and this betrayal that we experienced and the things that we seen and the things that we thought,
Mm-hmm.
and constantly over analyzing the situation instead of being open and moving forward
Mm-hmm.
without any ties to what happened. If you're going to
Exactly.
forgive somebody, you have to honestly, openly, religiously, physically, mentally, emotionally forgive somebody. You can't just
Yeah.
say that's what I want to do and, you know, constantly bring it up or hold it against them or hold it against yourself or
Mm-hmm.
change yourself because of what happened in a negative way. You have to really let all of that go.
Yes, girl. Ooh. So do you think that you could do that? Do you think that if something, let's say, if it haven't happened already, if it ever happened to you where somebody was disloyal or did something to hurt you, very traumatic, or did anything to break your heart, do you think that you can actually forgive and move on without having that lack, that like you said, not getting over it, or not moving on religiously, physically? Do you think you can do that?
Um, I know I can. I've had
Hmm.
to. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be with the person if you feel like you can't. If
Right.
you have tried or if you want to try and you
Hmm.
really honestly feel like you cannot get this out of your head, you cannot let it go, you're going to view this person differently and you don't want to view that person in that
Hmm.
manner, don't do it. Cuz it's
Okay.
going to be bad. It's going to be ugly and it's not going to be worth it. When I forgive somebody, if I feel like it's not going to work, I would rather forgive them and let them go and keep the image that I had of that person than
Hmm.
to try and then have a worse image or a negative experience. I wouldn't want that.
Wow. I'm glad you said that, because that's really, really, really mature. I feel like a lot of women, they want to move in that direction, but they feel like you said, do it if you can, if you really, really think you can, or try. I
Right.
feel like they feel like because they love them, that they should just do it without really sitting there thinking like, can I really, really trust again? Can
Right.
I really, really love again? Can we really, really move past this? I think they get stuck on love. So what does
They
love got to do
do.
with it?
And it is focused on your love, right?
Yes.
So my love that I can give and that I can experience, and me. It takes two people after a situation like that. And if they're not
Yes.
willing to do what it takes to reassure you
Mm-hmm.
and to meet you halfway, whether it's therapy or doing whatever it takes to ensure trust, calling you when they say they're going to call, if y'all have to share social media password, I don't know what it's going to take. Whatever it takes for your trust to be, rebuilt, if
Yes.
they're not going to meet you halfway, there's no
Yeah.
point.
There's no point. I
Right.
get that. I get that, Miss Teresa. Y'all heard what Mother Teresa said, honey.
Okay. We
Y'all
be
heard
out
what
here
Mother Teresa
preaching.
said. So this is something I want to ask you about too, because these are a lot of things that young people, some old, that we face today as far as love and relationships. Do you think that sex on the first night? Do you think that's a deal breaker? No, I just
Let
want. I
me,
mean, I can go first, and I'm gonna
please
say
do.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like sex on the first night is not, that does not mean it's the end all be all for the hopes of a relationship. I don't. However, it just depends on the chemistry that the two have. It could be a very sexual relationship that they have. It could be a high sexual attraction that they have for each other. So they're more so thinking with their bodies, and they're aroused at each other. So it's a hot night. Most of the time that's after a club or in the gym or whatever. I feel like if you know that that's just a sexual attraction, and if y'all act on that, make it be what it's gonna be. We had sex,
Please.
it was great.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? We had
Go
sex,
with
it was great.
it.
But I know that we ain't got nothing going on. So I know it ain't gonna
Right.
look like that. But hey, right now I'm single trying to do my thing. You single trying to do your thing. We have good sex. Let's do that. People
Please.
can't do that. I feel like you got to be mature for that too, because a lot of people after the sex now they're like, oh, oh no, you're my man, you're my man. You know what I'm saying? So that's not mature. Another
Yeah.
thing, um, but I feel like if the chemistry was really, really, really on point, and y'all organically are drawn to each other, y'all are so connected, y'all are intellectually pleasing each other. You know what I'm saying?
It could
You
definitely
liking what
grow.
yeah, and you make
Yeah.
love and it happens. I feel like that's a beautiful thing. But that's not what's happening with people. That's not what's happening with people. And a lot of people mistakenly think that we hit it on the first night. He's sexy, she's sexy. You know what I'm saying? It was hot, great sex. But now, damn, I kind of feel like I don't like her as much now
Yeah.
because you know what I'm saying?
You're
It
getting to
happens.
know the person, and
You
it's
get
not
to
just
know them.
physical anymore. And it,
Exactly.
yeah. Well,
Exactly.
for me, there's two instances. So you
Okay.
have a one night stand where it's sex on the first night and it's deaded. It is what it is. It might be out of town. It might be a local. It might be a random situation. It might be
Yeah.
planned, whatever it is, but it's just sex and then it's deaded. And then you have a situation where you end up having sex on the first night. And like you said, you start talking to this person a little and you start to get to
Mhm.
know them. And then you have another sex experience. And then
Yeah.
that is not a one night stand. Now you just happen to have sex on the first night and it grew into something.
Exactly. Exactly. And
So
you know what? It could be. You just got to be mature. But go ahead.
yes, but like you said, it's a whole lot of situations going on with a whole lot of folks where some of these little situations is growing into some shit and it really should have been a one night stand. Or you'll have a one night stand that should have grew into something that could have been beautiful, but you got egos and you got pride and you got this and that and all these factors coming in that's
Uh-huh.
destroying situations that could have been something great.
Something good. Then you got the
So,
friends and the outsiders too. You got a lot of that. So
yeah,
I get what you're saying. Like I said, I really feel like for two people to be dealing with each other, the first thing you got to be mature. You have to be mature. And like I saw on Red Table Talk when Will and Jada was talking, they was like something that stuck with me. He was like, I can't make you happy. I need you
right.
to already be happy with who you are and in yourself. I need to go ahead and be happy with who I am in myself, in my soul, and together we could be happy. I feel like a
Absolutely.
lot of people nowadays are feeling like, oh, I'm so empty right here. I'm so broken right here. I'm mentally messed up in my head right now. And when this person is here, I feel better. No, I don't need. That's nice that they are great company, but I need
Right.
you to heal. I need you to be, you know, full circle with yourself and get
Yes.
yourself together because we don't need you bringing your hurt and pain and putting that as responsibility for this person now. We don't need
That's
to
the
do
good
that.
book. When it says know thyself, it
Mm-hmm.
really means know thyself. Because
No,
guess
that's it.
what? When you go
Mm-hmm.
out here and end up dealing with, let's say, a white man, right, and your
Mm-hmm.
attraction, you know for a fact that you're not attracted to white men.
Mm-hmm.
And you slip up and have a one night stand, and now you're pregnant by a white man.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, you might have reservations against your child
Mm-hmm.
now because
Mm.
you decided to put yourself in a situation where you knew, because you know yourself, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you're attracted to, you know what you're going to put up with,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
decided to step outside of knowing thyself,
Mm-hmm.
to put yourself in a predicament to have a child with a man that you're not going to deal with, that you're going to have a broken home with, that you're not going to be attracted to, because you
Yes.
you you wanted to step outside of knowing yourself and your comfort zone to do
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
whatever.
And a lot of people do that. I'm glad you spoke on that too, girl. You're D. I didn't know you was that D.
Honey,
I
why
did
you
not know
call?
you
Why
was
you
that
think
D.
they call me mother?
That's Mother Teresa, and yes, she looked like Ashanti. Everybody kept telling me that. Yes, she looked like Ashanti, guys.
Just a
She
little
looked
bit. I
like
don't even
Ashanti.
got makeup on,
That's that
y'all.
sexy Cuban blood.
Girl, we look. The
Yeah,
struggle is real. I've been
all
out all
natural, all
day.
natural, all beautiful.
Yeah, I don't got no makeup on, y'all.
Honey,
I
you
was
don't need
cuddled up
none on.
today. My hair is a mess. I'm sorry.
You are beautiful. Everybody is living
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you.
Okay. And anybody who's just not watching, I have Teresa here, Mother Teresa, and we're just talking about, love and relationships, our take on our different love experiences and what we have grown to learn or things that happened to us in our past, and we just want to share with you guys and just giving our take on different things. Um,
Shoot,
Another
things
thing
we
I
done
want,
seen, things we done heard, things we've experienced.
yes,
All
just
that. All
everything,
that.
just everything. Okay, here's another thing that I want to talk about. Is marriage a big deal? Is that a deal breaker? How do you feel on marriage? Do you feel like when you date someone, is the ultimate goal is to find someone to marry or a life partner? Like, what is marriage to you? Do you feel like is that a priority?
So for me personally, it is.
Hmm.
I date to marry. That is my goal. I've only been in long relationships. And whether they went good or bad or whatever, they lasted because I felt like I could see myself with that person. If I can't see myself with that person, and mind you, to me, marriage is not just a financial contract that a lot of people in our generation make it seem like, oh, you just signing your life away. Now you in
Yes.
debt because this person in debt, or now you dealing with this because that's what your person signed on for. I don't feel like that's what marriage is.
Hmm.
I personally feel like you can either get married and this is a contractual business with this person that could either be
Hmm.
lifelong or can be ended or whatever. But for me personally, I don't feel like divorce is something that I would ever want or experience if I
Hmm.
married the right person.
Got you.
But you have to be on the same page as the person. I don't think marriage is for everybody. I think some people are way better
Hmm.
just having a ceremony and never signing a contract,
Right.
or just being together for however long they decide to be together and not have a ceremony at all.
So, do you think the is I feel like people's biggest hang up on marriage is, I guess, the contract part. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of people just feel like just that part. I mean, so does that make them selfish, or does that make them, you know,
I
preserving of their things?
I think it could go both ways. So if
Mm,
they're jumping in with prenups and pre-planning as far as like, oh, well, if we did have a divorce or if we did this and that, it's kind of more contractual and more like just based on the business aspect or finances or whatever, because that's
mm,
that's where your mind is constantly focused on. And it might not be because who they're married. That might just be the type of person they are. They plan their life around this might happen, that might happen. I have to be safe.
right,
I have to protect myself. It might
right,
not
all
have
right,
anything to do with you. Now, if
right.
you're fine signing up with that and, possibly putting on a prenup or possibly being comfortable with having a divorce, hey,
Yeah,
by all means, marry that person.
let's do
But
it.
if you feel like even speaking that up when it comes to marriage or coming to your marriage, you're not comfortable with, I wouldn't get married.
You would okay. All right. So marriage is something that you do aspire to. However, you will work around your differences. If you had a man that you fell in love with, everything is fine. You want to spend the rest of your life with him, but marriage is just not what he wants to do. He just don't want to do the contract thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could see myself like, because for me personally, marriage, the ceremony aspect is very deep.
Hmm.
Those vows that you take, that
It's
experience that you
religious.
have at an
Hmm.
all white ceremony, and you're giving
Yeah.
thanks to God for this person, that's what marriage is to me. It's not
Yes.
really about the paper. You're
Right.
honestly and wholeheartedly just giving thanks for this
Yes.
person that has held you down through, highs and lows and ups and
Yes.
downs and is willing to go through every aspect in life with you moving forward. That's really what marriage is to me. So to have a ceremony and not have a contract, I would be completely fine with that.
Right. Okay. All
But
right.
then
I love that
again,
answer.
I have my own money and I have my own place and I have my own car, and yeah, I'm gonna have all of that if you leave. So for me, it's also financially too. Don't get it twisted now, y'all. Let
Okay.
me take it back
Okay.
real quick, because the only reason why I feel like that
Hmm.
is because I've always had my own, right?
Right.
So some people might be like, well, I'm not with that because what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. I've
Mm.
never felt like that. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, whether we sign the contract or not.
Right. So would you be okay with y'all living separately? Is that let's talk
I
about that.
be,
I'm glad you said
listen.
that. Okay.
I literally had this conversation yesterday. If
Okay.
my house ain't big enough for me to have some space every now and then, we
Mhm.
might need to have our own two places. And I'll just
Mhm.
come through when I feel like coming through, and you could come through when you feel like coming through, because I'm a very reserved person. I need a lot of
Mhm.
time to myself for
Yeah.
me to get my work done, to have my meditation, my
Yeah.
centering, everything. I need
Mhm.
space and time to myself. I don't know if it's taking a
Gotcha.
trip, going to the
Yeah.
basement, going to the left wing of the house, whatever it takes, I
Right.
need that time.
I love that. How do you guys feel in the comments? Could you be with your significant other in two separate houses, living two separate personal lives, but then joining together when the time is needed, when you guys both need each other? How do you guys feel about that? And while y'all comment, I'm going to ask Teresa about something else up here. Which one do I want to ask? Okay. I think we already discussed cheating already.
Yes,
Um,
hot mess, hot mess.
when is it too much? That's what I'm gonna ask. When I say that, when is it too much? Say if you have dealt with a guy who cheated, guy, girl, whoever who cheated, and or you yourself have cheated, and you've gotten over that now, or kids had a baby outside of your relationship, and you've gotten over that now. Abusive domestic violent relationships.
Mm.
Um, when is it too much? Do you think that someone should stay after all those things? Do you think that someone can still stay because of love? Do you think that that's a thing?
I know it is,
Mhm.
because I have experienced it and also because I've seen it.
Mhm.
So I've never cheated on anyone I was ever with, right?
Mhm.
And that's just because me personally, I have seen the repercussions of cheating growing up. And I
Mhm.
never wanted to put that on anyone I've ever dealt with. If I feel like I have to cheat on you, I'm not going to be with you. I don't care what
Right.
type of cheating it is. I don't care if it's emotionally, sexually, financially. If I have to cheat on you, if you're not giving me what I need and I have to go get it from somebody else, I am not going to be with you because it's not going to work.
Exactly. Okay.
So that's just me on my end.
Right.
But I have been with people who cheated on me and
Mhm.
continued being with them. Um, and the only reason why it works moving forward is number one, like I said, if you're going to forgive somebody, you have to wholeheartedly, honestly, completely forgive the person. That's number one.
Mhm.
Number two, when it comes to being cheated on, if the actions of this person does not match what is being said, what is being told, what is being talked about, there's no point in telling me anything
Mhm.
because you're constantly saying that you love me and you hear me and you respect me, but your act might be a whole nother ball game. I don't know what type of demons you're dealing with. And that's you
Mhm.
personally. That has nothing to do with relationships. That's as a whole person, your whole being. And like I said, knowing thyself. If you know that you are a sex addict and you knew that before
Yes.
we got in a relationship,
Mhm.
and you telling me that you're going to be honest to me and respect me and you love me and you cheat on me and I forgive you and you come
Mhm.
back and you're still dealing in yourself knowing that you're still a sex addict and you're still putting that on me and you're still trying to make me deal with it, I'm not going to be able to do it because that's not something that I can fix. That's something within yourself that you got to deal with and you're just pitting it on other
Exactly.
people.
Exactly. Okay, and one more thing I want you to touch on before I get Keisha, I'm about to say Keishana, Mikanya in, is about abusive relationships, um, domestic violence. Some people feel like, no, I'm not for domestic violence. However, there was this situation or these few situations, and it happened, and it just got out of control, and I forgive him, and it's not nothing to be worried about. Do you think that's healthy?
Not at all. It's not
Not at all.
healthy for the abuser or the abused.
Mhm.
Um, I have been in one domestic violence based relationship. And the moment where you have to question your safety and your sanity, not in the moment when it's happening, but the next time, like, oh, he stopped right before my eye socket
Yeah.
broke, or he stopped right before I, tore a ligament, or right before. If you have to question the next moment in your relationship with this person, or even being around them,
Yes.
you gotta go.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. I can't deal with a domestic violent relationship, especially not putting my. I feel like this. abuse is abuse. You know, I don't feel like it should be tolerated at all. However, I feel like my only thing that people may not agree with me is I probably could get through verbal abuse
Yeah.
better than I can get through physical abuse.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get really, really upset. You know, sometimes we say things because we're hurting or we want you to hurt. So it's a lot of passion, and sometimes you may cut deep. Now I'm not about to take too much of the verbal abuse. I'm not
Yeah.
about to take too much of the verbal
And
abuse,
that's the
but
thing. Abuse is abuse,
it's abuse. It
right?
is abuse.
And that's
But
the same thing. If
I
you
am a victim. I am a victim of someone's, I may stay a little bit after, you know, one or two times of verbal abuse, because he got so upset or I got so upset.
Yeah.
But, some people
But
just feel
that's the
like,
same thing. If you have to question, the next time we have a conversation, you're going to say something that isn't right, or we're at a public place around my coworkers or my family or my friends, and you're still, verbally abusive. If I still have to think about that next time and that next moment and that next situation and feel like you're still going to act the same way, it's
mm-hmm,
time to go. It's time to
it is
go.
time to go. It is time to go. So you
It's
really,
one
really,
thing if you're in the work in the process, right? And you have a therapist, or you are talking with family and friends, or you are taking the steps personally to make a change and do what you need to do. But if, like I said, you got to question that next moment with that person in the next situation, with the next abuse, whether it's verbally or physically, it's
mm-hmm,
not going to work.
thank you. I totally respect that. I feel like you are so rare because a lot of women, don't even have the mindset that you have. So I appreciate you having you on my live because
Thank you
you
for having
are
me.
you are so strong. How about before you go, tell us what is your relationship, your love life like now? Like what is it like now?
So I
Are you
told
able?
you my hair was messed up, right? Because I was in here cuddling or whatever. I had a little outing with my boo earlier, so I was enjoying
Dang.
the weather. But it stemmed from what was supposed to be
Mhm.
my first one night stand, what I thought, because now I'm grown and I know myself, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, I'm about to start stepping out my zone. The world is ending. We in Revelations and we going through COVID and all this crazy stuff going on. Let me go ahead and try one night stand. I ain't never experienced one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought
And
it thought it was. Thought it was. Here we are, 6 months in.
wow, that's my see, like we were talking about earlier. Two mature people who let it organically happen. You were stepping out on the limb to have a little fun, but it turned into, you know. So I'm
Yep.
glad and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank
I wish
you.
you the absolute best. We got to do this again sometime. This is something that
Yes,
I'm passionate
please.
about doing. I love to share my opinions, and it helps a lot of people out here. And I love that you were so straightforward and honest and very wise with your answers, and I appreciate that. And you my boo forever. Make sure you keep in touch
Always.
with me.
Oh,
Okay?
I will. Huh.
All right.
Whether I got to pop up and pull out, I will.
Well, I
But
love you, Teresa.
I love you more. But yes, if y'all are watching,
Yeah,
please
go
make
ahead.
sure get support. Whether you are in an abusive relationship, whether you're questioning situations, whether it's your kids, a friend, yourself, please get help. There are
Yeah.
hotlines out here. There are support groups. There are facilities that you could go to, safe house facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you have to do to save yourself. You are the only
Oh.
person that has to deal with yourself your
Mm-hmm.
entire life. That is the only person in this world that you are ever obligated to deal with is yourself. Always take care of yourself first and foremost.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Teresa. I mean, we need more Teresas in the world.
If only, y'all, if only.
But all right, let me get to McConya. Make sure you stay tuned in until I
Oh, I
finish.
am. I love.
All right, baby. Woo! Look at Teresa. Such a beautiful person, beautiful soul, beautiful mind. I love it. I love it. I've been knowing Teresa for a very, very long time. She's actually a very close friend of mine. So her name is Teresa Wilson. Make sure you guys go follow her and support whatever she has going on. She's a wonderful person. She has a beautiful spirit, and she's beautiful. So Makanya, what's up? Come on, you say you got a better connection, and we want to hear about what you got going on before I wrap this up. I want to hear your take, baby. So go ahead and get at it. Hey, everybody who's just now joining in. As I mentioned before, we've been talking about love and relationships, and our ins and outs and our ups and downs about the whole love thing. And we're just sharing our experiences with you and helping out any way that we can, or just for entertainment, whatever you take from it. Finally,
I know.
what happened?
Well, my nail appointment went over,
Okay.
so I was there, and that connection is horrible. So I was like, "Oh, somebody came on, thank God."
Oh, so you were out there getting your nails done. Okay.
Just a
Okay.
little trying to get myself together. Got to keep it right now,
Uh-huh. And I love the new cut. I love it. I didn't think you were gonna go shorter.
huh? I didn't either, but after the first two times I cut on it, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't it. This not it. It's still I ain't got that umph." But then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna shave it." And
Yeah, it is
my boyfriend took
fabulous.
me to his barber, and that was it. I was like, "Thank you. This is what." I got home immediately and cried because I was so excited about it, and I felt so free. So
Yes.
I was like, "Yeah, this is like what I needed for me."
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I love that. I look and you look amazing. You look a lot younger.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you. I'm getting
yes.
old, so gotta stay youthful.
Oh, child. Okay, so now okay.
Say again. Uh,
Can you hear me good?
okay, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Okay. Well, like I said, you have been tuning in from the start, so you pretty know what's been going on. For anybody who just now tuning in, we have Makanya here, who I love and adore, my Sagittarius sister. We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
love and relationships and her take on relationships and any advice that she can give us. First of all, Makanya, what does love mean to you?
Um, I actually feel like it has no boundaries. Love has no
Hmm.
boundaries. Um, you define love. You define your own love. You set the goal. What I'm saying, for what you require through love and with love and what
Hmm.
you want out of it. So it's kind of hard for me to describe it in any other way than it's just love has no
Hmm.
boundaries. It's defined in so many forms
Right.
through each individual. So that's pretty much my
Right.
take on it. Hmm.
It should just be, right?
It just is. It's just a
It should just
feeling,
be.
like I'm saying. It's a feeling that can't be
Yeah.
described. That you just
Yes.
when you feel it, you just know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no time for it when you feel it. You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong time, put it like that. It's just there. It just appears, and it's kind of like, oh wow, so this is what this feels like.
Exactly. Exactly. That's organic. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to ask you, what is just your ultimate deal breaker when it comes to relationships? Just what is just the end all be all for you in a relationship? What is something that your significant other just will do that you just gonna full out walk away from? Is there something?
Being disloyal, not being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Just being open. I like an open book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be raw with me, no matter how you feel it may hurt, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. Be honest, be open with me, be real, be
Yes.
you. That's all that I ever can ask. Because I feel like at that point, um, I'm gonna get real results. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
everything from that point is gonna be real results. If you're lying to me constantly, then when you are telling me the truth, then how am I supposed to believe that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I need it all, no matter what. Just give it to me. Give it to me raw.
Give it to you raw.
Hmm.
Exactly. See, we our heads are like so in tune together. Um, I want to ask you this. This is something I didn't ask Teresa about. Is
Hmm.
monogamy that important to you? Monogamy meaning one-on-one relationship love. Do you think there can ever be room for others in a relationship? Like polygamy? Like You've been in love?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I do honestly feel like you can have more than one soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Like let me say a very strong love for
Mhm.
someone more so. You know what I'm saying? For someone else other than maybe your significant other. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I feel like it's okay because throughout life we learn, who's for us is who is for us. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Um, and no matter what, I just feel like we come across some people that it's like maybe like an ex. You know what I'm saying? Ex that
Right.
you just know that no matter what, it's just deep, deep love. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A deep bond, deep emotion, or whatever. And it's just you just can't act upon that because y'all both know that it's just that just ain't gonna work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you come with somebody, you come and you find that true love that
Mhm.
your soulmate more so
Right.
that is just fit for you all around.
Right.
You know,
Right. Okay. So you
so
feel like once you have love or been in love with somebody else, you may have fallen out of love and that chapter is closed, but of course there's still love there, but it's not romantically where you feel like once you run into them in a grocery store that you're going to make out. You feel like you can love someone and
right,
be in love and be over and be with someone else and be in love with them, but still have love for the other. I get that. So you don't think that there's a such thing as
right.
a person being in love with more than one person? Do you think that's a
I
thing?
mean, yeah, but I think that is possible. I think
Mhm.
that is a thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's all on you know what works for you first and foremost because
Mhm.
I've seen some. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because I don't want to share my significant other in that way. You know what I'm saying? You already got to share him with, family, friends, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Work, whatever, business, all that type of stuff or whatever. So I just feel like when it comes down to that intimacy, um, I want it
One
all.
on one. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want it all because I know what I will give. So, if
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you my all, I expect the same in return.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. How I feel is pretty much that way. My thing is, but however, I am very open minded. Now, I've never been in a situation where it was three of us in a relationship. However, I am not opposed to, oh my God, I am about to admit this, but I am not opposed to being in a married relationship and we we invite people into the bedroom. Not us all three being in love, but I just don't see. I'm not opposed to us being married. It's been 5 6 years. We want to spice things up a little bit. Am I opened up Pandora's box for that?
I mean, I've seen that a lot too, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it because you want to spruce it up. You know what I'm saying? People be married for so many years. It's like okay, the same thing over and over and over again, whatever. But I just feel like that's all on what you choose. You two choose. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? If that's what y'all choose, then there cannot be any judgment on that because y'all relationship. Man. Nobody's gotta worry about that.
right. Oh, look
So
at people like
that's
that's normal. Oh, okay.
it is. It ain't for me.
Right,
Well, I don't feel like it's for me.
right.
Let me say that. I
Yeah.
don't feel like it's for me. So I can't say like I won't do it, but it would definitely have to be like I don't know. Right now, it's like, yeah, that ain't
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
And honestly, right now for me, it's like that as well. It's just I always like I see it happening sometimes. And people are like, oh my God, they shouldn't do that. You're opening up Pandora's box. They're gonna be trying to slide off with this person. I just felt like, no, I'm not opposed to it because if I'm in love with somebody, I'm gonna have that mutual understanding between me and him. We're good together.
Mhm.
I know how it goes. I trust you. I trust you enough I know that if I let this happen that you won't get carried away and betray me. I mean, however, I'm married to you. Now I'm not talking about just boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm
Right,
meaning
right, right.
marriage. Yeah, I'm married to you,
But
so
it's always going to be that fear, though. Of
what
what
if?
if they give you. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never know.
Yeah.
because that goes back to you possibly, you know, finding something in somebody else that you feel like you want that you don't get in your other, in your significant other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's where people cheat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They finding something within somebody else that they're not getting in their that they maybe they've always wanted, and they want to taste it. They want to see if it's really what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's not fair.
Okay, I get that. I get that because it can. You got to use the bathroom, Luna. Okay, just give me a second. But yeah. Okay, so I totally agree. Like I said, I'm not in that space now. However, I'm just not opposed to because some people like really judge people when it comes to like swinging, like they call it, or letting other
Mhm.
people into the bedroom. Some people really, really judge that. So I just never been opposed to it. So anybody out there doing that, live on, baby. Just make sure that you have that mutual understanding with your partner. Y'all have that trust, and that's beautiful because at the end of the day, if you're with somebody, you're supposed to 100% trust them anyway. So,
Right.
um, yeah. Do you feel like in certain relationships, do you feel like control is a big factor? Do you feel like, or have ever been in a relationship where control was one of the biggest things that made you walk away? Because a lot of people nowadays are, first of all, it start with insecurity, and then it becomes controlling. Like I. I don't mind you going out there, but no, I don't want to do that because I feel this way. I don't want you out here. I don't want you to be here. I want you in my face. Could you deal with that? I mean, some people look at it as, oh well, that makes me feel love that he or she acts this way, or it shows that you're a little bit jealous. It's a turn on. But how do you feel about the control thing in a relationship?
Well, it's crazy you asked that because that was the first thing I said to my boyfriend before we got together. Like we
Mhm.
sat down before we even initially, went into a committed relationship
Mhm.
and discussed our likes and dislikes of each other and what we wanted out of each other, out of a relationship. And that was one of the things that was don't control me.
Yes.
You know, I will let you lead.
Hmm.
I have no problem in allowing you to lead
Yes.
and, and be submissive.
Hmm.
However, don't control me. You know what I'm saying? You know who I am. I was Makanya before I was your girlfriend.
Right.
So you know who I am. You know what I do. And I think that's we'll get into that too. But just to kind of give you an idea,
Hmm.
that's the good thing about our relationship is we were friends
Hmm.
before before we
Yes.
um got into a relationship, a serious relationship.
Hmm.
So that was the thing. I was just like, I know how he is. I
Hmm.
know how he's one of those dominant males who just he just do whatever he wanted to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, so it's like I was like, don't try to control me. That's the only
Right.
thing I ask. Don't control me because it just won't work for me. Because I like to do what I do. However, I'm always gonna be respectful of
Yeah.
your time, our time,
Yes.
and everything else. So if it's something that you don't like, express that. That's cool. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can adjust. You know what I'm saying? I can
Yes.
adjust, but don't expect for me to um don't just try to run my show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's us. You know what I'm saying? And then two, um, if that's what you choose, if that's what some relationships, because that ain't gonna happen in mine. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right.
If that's what they choose to do and letting each other control it because they feel loved and whatever, they don't
Mhm.
understand. They don't know how. They don't have no control over themselves. Then
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like they don't have no control over themselves because you know it's not a matter of not wanting them to feel like you're out here doing X, Y, and Z or wanting them to, no. I mean, we and my boyfriend, we ask each other like, oh, where you going? What you doing? Little things like that or whatever. But
Right.
I don't ever feel like it's a matter of him being controlling and wanting to take control of the situation. I think it's a
Right.
matter of sometimes it's about protection. It's about
Yeah.
'cause my guy, he's in security, so he's always on that protector mode. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or
So
just the comfort
yeah,
of
it's just
knowing, you know?
comfort of knowing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that won't work for me.
That control thing won't work for you.
I
Yes.
now that's a deal breaker for me too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deal breaker. I would definitely have to say that is a deal breaker. Like I can't allow you to run Makanya. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You can run our relationship,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say running 100%.
Like you
You know what I'm
said,
saying? Like I said,
lead.
I'll let you lead,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna, take me away from what I know when I know it's not bad, or you know what I'm saying, a negative light or whatever, just because you feel like you want to have your hands on something. Like that's not gonna
Yes.
work.
Yes. Okay. Now, another thing I want to talk about. A lot of couples nowadays are going into business together or are co-workers. So I wanted to speak on that topic. Do you feel like that is okay to do? Do you feel like that could end up leading to frustration, or it could kind of get a bit annoying at times? How do you feel about couples in business together or being co-workers?
It's crazy you say that. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't know these questions. Um, it's crazy because I haven't openly put my relationship out on social media, but I feel like people are gonna know now that you asked me this question. They're gonna go and try to. But
You don't have to go into
so
detail. It's just a general question.
I'm not, but I feel like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
feel like if there's an understanding, you know what I'm saying, of what the relationship is, then going into business together, if you
Thanks,
have to
guys.
understand it's a business. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like if you're gonna run a business, you're gonna run a business. It's just like um going to work. You know what I'm saying? You don't take
Yeah.
your personal stuff to work. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you don't bring your you don't bring your work home. So I handle mine like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I got my own stuff going on that I'm starting up. He got his own businesses. We have business together.
Right.
But when we're home, when we're together,
Hmm.
that's just what that is. And we've
Right.
also expressed that, if things don't work out,
Hmm.
then okay. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's gonna be a huge adjustment to kind of like get over the whole relationship, but I think what makes it easier, because I can only speak on experience, what makes it easier for us is we started a business before we even got together.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Got you.
saying? Before we even started a business together, we were friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
Yes.
everything just kind of like merged
And
into, you know what I'm
two,
saying?
that's like
So,
that's like a
right.
dream.
So that's what everybody say.
Yeah. That's
But
like
that's
the
like,
dream.
so yeah, like that's what everybody says. And don't get me wrong, it works. You know what I'm saying? It works because uh you get busy. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? You're not always around each other. You're not always able to see, hear, talk, you know what I'm saying, to each other, whatever, because of the businesses. And for me, I work my 9 to 5 from home right
Right.
now because of the pandemic. And when I get off work, I'm doing my little side gigs,
Yeah.
whether it's out running the town
Right.
or if I'm home sitting in front of my computer,
Right.
doing stuff or whatever. And he's the same way.
Good.
So it's just we don't let it dictate the relationship. We don't let it, you know, get in between anything that we got going on a personal level.
Right.
And vice versa. Like business is
And
business.
and it definitely takes a lot of maturity for a situation like that. My take on it is, honey, if you know you're toxic at home, you're toxic at work. Just don't do it. Better yet, don't even be together if you can't get past your differences. So I feel like you can work together,
Right.
you can go into business together, you can be coworkers. As long as you guys have that certain level of respect for each other, just period.
Respect.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
Certain
it.
level of respect and understanding. Um, and just comprehending the fact that this might be what we do here, but
Yeah,
we're not gonna let it intertwine and affect one or the other.
exactly, exactly.
Because if one don't work out, then you still got to live. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And you're just gonna drop that business and that stream of income.
Right.
you know, if things don't work out, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, why did you get into it in the first place? Because you felt like it was gonna be like a tie. You know what I'm saying? Like a soul
Yeah.
tie, like a baby. Like no,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So
Okay. So I have two more things I want to talk to you about before I let you go. My battery's already on 10%. We've been talking, talking, talking. But I want to get this
I
out of you.
know.
Where my last question is going to be. No, no, no. I'm wait. Okay. So my thing is this. um, where is your love life now? Are you happy?
Very, very happy. My love life. is good. You know, we're early in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? We only been together for about a month. Well, actually, a little over a month right now. In a committed, serious relationship. But
Right.
like I said before, we met like a little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, actually. And just out in the industry, I was bartending. He was, all the type of stuff,
Yeah.
whatever. And we just became really close friends. And sorry, my light went out. Sorry.
It's all right.
But we became really close friends, and it just kind of transpired. Like we tried it, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You try it, it's just kind of you know. But I think we both had to work on each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I had some things I was dealing with personally. He was dealing with, his past dramas, past traumas or whatever. So, we both had to heal in a certain way to be whole for one another. So so merging into this relationship, it was just kind of like, all right, we done seen and done and been, what I'm saying, each
Mhm.
other for a little over a year now. Can you handle me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and so it was easy, and it's been good. Like, and it's what the crazy part about it is, it was like a instant flip, like a switch, light switch. Like,
Mm.
you know, yeah, I mean, because, and I told you, I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sex, no. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, I could probably count on my hands one time, like on one hand,
Right.
how many times we've had sex or whatever, because that wasn't a goal of ours. We didn't want that soul tie.
Yes.
And we knew that it was nothing at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And not
Right.
knowing where it could be, we just didn't want to have that.
Right.
So, we kind of cut that out or whatever. But when we merged into the relationship, we didn't change. Now we didn't change the sex factor, but everything else like spruced up, like
Mhm.
just spontaneous date night. I mean everything. Like when
Yeah,
we
I see.
always just
I
spend
see.
time
I've
together.
been watching you, girl. I see. And I
I
just
had to
know
do some things differently too.
I know how I know how much you deserve it. I actually watch your life on social media a lot, and so I know how much this
Um,
means to you. I know that you deserve everything that you're getting. You are really, 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 like you said, you always express that you came from a dark place recently. In the past, you had a lot going on, and now you're just
mhm.
blooming like a beautiful flower. And speaking on that, tell us about Concrete Beauty.
Ah! Oh my God. So concrete beauty. Well, it derived from my Instagram name. I've had that Instagram name for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a meaning behind it then. It just
Right.
popped. You know what I'm saying? But over like the past year, I would say, coming out of my dark phase,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I saw a whole new meaning in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the two words for what they really were: concrete beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's skin deep. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with the surface or whatever. It has
Right.
everything to do with your inside.
Mm.
And most of the time, who you are in the inside is just who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all evolve. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We go through life. We evolve. We change. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, that's just who you are. It's either you're going to amplify it, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But like, who you are is who you are. And I feel like you got to find that beauty in the inside. Um, and no matter what you look like on the outside, you have to understand and be true and love who you are. And so
Yeah.
that's where concrete beauty comes from. Concrete, it can't be, once it's settled, it's settled. It's solidified. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So it is what it is. It ain't no changing it or whatever. So that's pretty much where concrete beauty comes from.
Yeah. I
And
see that you have merch too as well. So I gotta purchase me one because I want me one of them sweatshirts, girl. I definitely gonna do that.
yeah,
But like I
I'll get
said,
you one.
I'm so happy for you. You are like always being so beautiful to me, and you're very
Oh, thank you.
expressive. And I'm really, really, really happy for you. And I really hope that this new love that you got going on really, really be like the end. Like I want this to be the one for you. Like I really, really feel like you carefully got yourself together. You went through your pain. You went through your grief. You know, you took out and jumped on a leap of faith, and you did so amazing. Like when you first got to Charlotte, you hit the ground running. You like everything
Thank you.
was just
I
so
know.
good. You have supportive friends and everything. So I really, really hope everything works out for you. I wish you the best. And even if it don't, I know that you have healed yourself and you're wise enough
Ah,
now to know that you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a
right,
strong woman.
right,
So
right, right.
I definitely
Thank
want to
you.
commend you for
Thank
that.
you.
It's something about those
Yes,
Sagittarius.
Andrea.
Yeah, everybody is, yeah, Sagittarius, Sag gang. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what
Right.
it is. But I'm gonna let you go. Make sure that you stay tuned with my live, like and share this. I really gotta do another one with you because I'm mad
I
that
screen recorded a little bit of it.
yeah, and then you couldn't. I'm gonna keep them up anyway. And then you did not get in on time because I really wanted you way earlier. We was having a lot going on.
Oh my God,
But
sorry. We got
continue to be beautiful, and like I said, I'll be in touch with you because I want to have. It's a lot more topics I want to talk with you about because I really like your mental. So I'll be in touch with
thank
you.
you. You know I'm always down. I'm always down for a good conversation.
All right, baby.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Okay, y'all. Woo! This been one hell of a night. I actually really, really enjoyed this live. I usually only do them for an hour, but for woo, y'all see what was going on. A lot of stuff has been going on. And I had 3 guests tonight. So like I said, like and share these, y'all. I'm really, really trying to keep doing this because like I said, it helps me to help people. And sometimes it really helps me the most because I like expressing the way I feel and you guys give me feedback. This is very, very healthy for me. Anything you guys ever want to talk about, or if you want me to discuss, feel free to message me, inbox me, tag me, whatever, and I'll discuss that. And like I say, at the end of the day, the moral of this whole live that I had tonight is love yourself first. Love yourself first. Whatever religion you follow, you know, whatever you decide to do, whatever choices that you have, of course, you know, show respect to that and love that, but love yourself and then whoever else. You know, take care of yourself. Don't depend on anybody else to fill voids for you that you need to fill and that you need to handle and that you need to overcome. Don't ever overfill somebody else's cup. Make sure you get everything together with you. And when you're in relationships with your significant other, communicate. Just communicate. Whether it hurts. Whether it hurts. Now I ain't saying be mean, but just be real. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. And like I said, at the end of the day, I was gonna share something with you guys. Yes, of course, I've dealt with people. I have been, you know, intertwined with guys before. But you guys, I've never been in a serious, real relationship. And here I am with all this mouth. I never been in a serious relationship. But you know why? It's just because I took them seriously. And now I'm at a place, if you notice, I've been talking about love a whole lot now. I'm at a place where now I'm ready to love. I'm ready to let love in. I was afraid of, and I didn't even notice it up until recently that I pushed a lot of guys away because I was just so afraid of the commitment and had so much fear because I know how hard that I can love. And I know how strong it is. And I know all the perseverance that I have in my heart. So I just really, really wanted it to be real. I really wanted it to be a genuine love. And I'm going to end this with this, you guys. I love you if nobody else does. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.